right, if you're following along, yes, indeed, my hair is getting bigger. That is possible. So we are going to review how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide with decimals. So if you have been assigned the Reteach for 4.5, make sure you follow along with this video. Or if you are still wanting some more help on a review, this is a great video for you to watch as well. So this page here has some awesome reminders about what we should do for each operation. So when we are adding and subtracting, we have to find that decimal point and line our decimals up. All the ones should be in line, the tenths should be in line, everything needs to be in line. And any empty spots we want to fill in with zeros. And we add or subtract just like normal, bring our decimal straight down. So let's check out these problems here. We have 10.5, so here's my decimal, and 11.24, here's my decimal. So we can see our decimals are lined up. Our ones are tens, our hundredths, our tenths are hundredths. And there was not a number here, so they replaced that with a zero. There's still 0 hundredths. There's 0 hundredths here. It's the same number. That just helps keep track of what was there. So we added, decimal straight down. Hey, on the subtraction problem, we have 21.74. So here's our decimal. And 11.24, here's my decimal. So I line my decimals up. If there are any numbers that don't have something with it, we want to make sure we put a 0 there. But this one all matches up. Another thing to remember is that, so let's say we just had 21. We would want to put the decimal at the end of that number. Don't just put it in the middle where you like decimals. If they're not there, always go at the end of the number. So subtract here. And if you need to borrow, make sure you do that. The decimal comes straight down. So as you're adding and subtracting, if you need help, remember to come back to this video and review these steps here. Hey, when we are multiplying, so one thing I see a lot of kids wanting to do is they want to line their decimals up. And we do not have to do that when we're multiplying. Right now, we're going to pretend like we are doing 377 times 28. Ignore your decimals and just multiply. So 8 times 7 is 56. They don't have their numbers up here, but then 7 times 8 is 56, plus 5 more is 61. 8 plus 3 is 24, plus, what did we put up there? A 6. And so that's 30. So that's why I like to write them down, because I have a terrible memory and I can't remember. So then we want to put this placeholder 0. We want to put a 0 there so we don't put anything there. So then 2 times 4 is 14. 2 times 4 is 14. 7. I don't know. I'm saying 2 times 4. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So remember, there's a 0 here. So here's 6, 5, 5, and 10. Now I go back and count my decimal places. I have 1, 2, 3. So I move the decimal 1, 2, 3 places. So don't add extra zeros here to make your decimals line up. That is going to make your job way harder. Just pretend you were doing 377 times 28. Move the decimal at the end. Okay, and then when we are dividing, we want to write the division problem out and then move this one, the decimal over. I had to get 10 times bigger, so I move this one 10 times bigger. Move it the same direction, the same amount of places till you get a whole number over here. So then I would make a list of my 34s. So 34, and then add 34 more, add 34 more. So it goes, and then one number over each place. So 34 cannot go into 55, but it goes into 55 one time. 1 times 34 is 34. Subtract is 21. 21 should be smaller than what you divided by. If I ended up with 35 when I subtracted, that would tell me I needed more groups up here. Hey, bring down the 3. 34 into 213 was 6. 6 times 34 is 204. Then we subtracted, and that's 9. 9 is smaller than 34. Bring down the 1. 134 goes into 91 2 times. 2 times 34 is 68. Leftover is 23. 23 is smaller than 34, so I bring down the 8. 34 goes into 237 exactly 7 times, and then my decimal goes straight up. So, they moved it over. I was like, it's in the wrong spot. So they moved it back 1. That's why I like to actually move the decimal and then go straight up with it. So let's look at this problem here. So Samuel bought 4 packs of sports cards that cost $2.79 each. So the first pack, $2.79, the second pack, $2.79, the third pack, $2.79, the fourth pack, $2.79. So I could add those all up, or the easiest way is to do repeated addition as multiplication. So 279 times 4, remember we're not lining up our decimals, just 279 times 4. And then that was 1116 after I moved my decimal 2 places. Hey, so go ahead and try your reteach and let me know if you have any questions or if I can meet with you to help you.